Sanda Kisa.
Francis, thank you for that update. Let's now have that conversation with CS for Tourism, Najib Balala, who now joins us live from our city centre studios as we just do pretty much of a spot check on how the industry is operating currently. Thank you very much for joining us, CS Balala, here on Kivumbi 2017. How would you rate how the tourism industry has performed since Kenyans
almost 16.8%, and we are optimistic. As we are talking today, Masai Mara is 90% occupancy, so it's doing very well. People were wait and see mentality after elections, and so far it's been smooth, and people are optimistic. Already we are receiving bookings onwards from now onwards. We anticipate our winter season will be very good, much more than before. As I said, our projection is 20% by end of the year. As our plan is that we need to grow both safari and the beach destination. Charters are coming back. We have seen Panorama coming from Ethiopia and Turkish Airlines, which comes to Mombasa. So the beach destination, we are hoping to grow. But overall, people are optimistic for the future for 2017, 2018, 2019, and we are now reviewing our marketing strategy. We have 5 big markets, which is USA, UK, Germany, India, and China. And we are investing now double than what we used to invest into making sure we market Kenya to this destination. Also, the planned flight to New York by KQ. That is another advantage we will have to improve our marketing in the United States, because that's a big market. The beach destination, particularly Mombasa, but now after this, and because it is a holiday season, the SGR or the Madaraka Express is really a big deal to Mombasa. So the SGR has made a big contribution to domestic marketing.
Things have been panning out since Kenyans took to the polls. Would you say that this particular industry has in any way been affected by this election period?
Well, first of all, tourism is very sensitive. It has to have 2 major things which are working for them. One is security, the other one is infrastructure. And so far, the government has invested, under President Uhuru Kenyatta, a lot of resources on infrastructure. Image that we are selling of Kenya, and the numbers have improved because security is almost guaranteed. The elections have finished. It has gone so smoothly. They are credible and fair, and they are, at least we want to say they are one of the best elections ever held in Kenya, especially using the digital platform or the transmission through the mobile phone. So we are optimistic. Unfortunately, the international media portrayed Kenya negatively, and I want to congratulate the local media here being objective, but the international media portrayed as if Kenya is burning. Kenya is not burning, and we want to encourage free press and to report what has happened. I think the reality is that because the images put on BBC, on CNN, were really not appropriate for the image of a destination. I think they should record or report on the protest on Kibera and the rest, but also report on the country has moved on, and the IBC process was credible and recognized by the international observers, so that this country can have the right image that is portrayed. Because they must be telling the truth about what is going on in the country.
Looking at what the international observers, some of the preliminary reports they had, giving Kenya's process a clean bill of health, and on the other hand, what you've mentioned, how Kenya has been.
Well, the image of Kenya has to be with all of us, me and you, so that we can be able to talk about the right things that is happening in Kenya. Yes, we have challenges on some issues of security, we have challenges on infrastructure, we have challenges during the elections, but it doesn't mean that all is bad. Yeah, I think we have done a great improvement of what we have been doing in the country. There have been major transformation in terms of infrastructure for the country. I think it's all of us to say the right words. And all of us should be the ambassadors to attract not only visitors of tourists, but also investors into the country. But we have a strategy now, emerging markets, but the most important thing, we need to portray the whole destination positively. Even if there are protests, let them be peaceful. But protests with holding pangas and stones, those images portray violence in the international media. Because the protest in the international world, or in the first world, is a protest that people walking maybe with placards, but not with pangas and stones that scare away visitors for our country.